That's my favorite chat right now. Like, no, I'm not going to get sucked into that. Instead, we get fire. But long-range engage. BB's going to play weak side. And there's a lot of go buttons now, or should I say there's like a lot of stopping.
Level 6 advantage, and now you get to lead that in towards early jungle stack, or dragon stack.
And especially for Ledger just playing like the Xin Zhao, like, you know, something stock stand.
Boy Grub, Skewmon doesn't really have any sort of help here, so will be a little bit of a difficult one, especially with Mainter getting a good trade topside here.
You're in charge out, you're right, Mainter's trade is deadly. But Skewmon coming in, trying to steal in the last drive, dodges away from Wind becomes Lightning. And yeah, that was actually over to Skewmon. It's just the way, but at a half health. Dragon's already practically gone. Skewmon thinking about an ulti angle. He has it in 2 seconds, but Dragon is dead. Relish doesn't even smite it. He just takes it with ease. Second Dragon, Navi on the board, stacking the way they want. It's a good early game from them, and everything's going right so far.
And again, this is kind of the Navi game plan. This is exactly where they want us, and they've been taking it slow. The only misstep they had was Poby not being in a position to cover, but now they're playing boss.
G2 making a misstep. True shot barrage not going to be hit. Sam D just dodges out of the way, gets the auto down in the face. It's an execution for first blood. Ace in the hole as well, catching Skewmon from afar, who's on the wrong side of Summoner's Rift. Tidal Wave won't save his life. That chip is going to Davy Jones' locker as Skewmon is a part of it. Realm warp out. I think that was trying to catch the mid players. Lebrov is still on the wrong side of the rift. How he got here is anyone's guess, as the tether will lock him in place. Acro Prison dodged out. Relish Wind becomes Lightning. And a 3-talon strike. G2 are slaughtered. Flash from Caps over the wall. Caitlyn on a rumble. Feels so strong.
Mainter's in trouble though. The cross map for G2 is to try and play bot side.
Tibbers gets stunned. There's good burst damage. Mainter in a bit of trouble. Incinerate with an auto attack. Tibbers under turret. He gets Electro Harpoon, and you're right. Here comes Skewmon. He wants the Q. He'll find Mainter, who is going to die here. Equalizer down for the rest. Navi just find more control here in this game. Get deeper vision control for this Ryze to start making moves to side lanes.
Yeah, they're going to send Poby now bot lane to match Caps.
Yep.
He's going to crash this last wave and then reset. So he should be
moving down with Caps, but Herald changes the ball game completely.
Yeah, now they're going to put a lot of pressure.
Caps though, Tibbers, nice engage from the mid laner at G2. Paris goes down in an instant. Herald becomes a battle one. Skewmon flies in with his ulti as a step
too far forward and G2 punish.
It's so easy. Caps got a double set up with the stun. And G2 stopped the Dragon stacking. I'm sure we'll get a replay of that in a second, because you watch for that anti-flash flame as well to boot, as G2 also brought Broken Blade down. He's moving down nice and early. Engage from Relish might be a little bit whiffed here. Stun in the air with an Acro Prison, and the root up is good. Poby came in with a Realm Warp, and the problem is the Tidal Wave holds the play. Broken Blade holds it with a stun ram jam. Tibbers comes out. G2 have found an easy jungle prey. As Poby gets his shield, but he won't be able to spread it all the way through G2. 5 members strong. Hunt Summon forward. True shot right. The death knell for Sandy. And one mistake, you get G2'd.
But did want to reset, try and cover this push on top side from Poby. Leaving it for Hans. Good guy, BB.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
Once his 80 card. No real push on mid to then cross map for Navi. So they're kind of just locked in place.
Yep.
So G2, again, like using the map well to their to work up towards the last whisper and stuff.
Yep.
The biggest problem is they don't have people that can really take the brunt force of the engage from G2 if Relech's ultimate is down, like point in case.
Long range engage, how good is it against Caitlyn? Sandy flashes again. Meanwhile, they found Poby. He flashes away, but a Tidal Wave is going to chase him up. He gets on out of there with the new rune, but still stunned up by Skewmon. His assault is legendary, but as he goes to half HP, maybe an opportunity for Navi. However, Hansama jumps on in. Flashes still dies. Ace in the hole clears him out for a trade. It's a 1-for-1. 80 carry for support, while G2 are going to continue going forward, but Relech tanking up. Tibbers comes out, proves me wrong, and down he goes to Caps. Sam D chased up, and Caps will take him down. Incinerated to death. A double kill over to Caps, who I think has shown his Annie is clean enough. Poby, where are you going?
What?
Poby, where are you going? Poby, where are you going? Against the wall, Mainter now. He's stuck in. He wanted a sandwich collapse, but
even if you don't spot Lebrov, this is kind of insanity.
Mainter's not, he's like, I'm not doing that, bro. Sam D caught out again. He burned his flash in the previous fight. Tidal Wave, the bounce house. G2 has still got it, and Broken Blade on this on. He's been hitting. Yeah, he's down in the lane, but Dagda, his ulties have been good enough.
His ulties have been great. Broken Blade showing why he's so good at understanding where he needs to be on the map, and now G2, every member on the mid wave is going to crack the base.
Caps, superstar of this game with the Rabadon's death cap. His burst is unreasonable now. Inhibitor's going to go down. Relech looking for an angle. An opportunity here for the Flash Zinzao. A Crescent Guard that would split the team, but G2 are staying group for now. At least Skumon's going to go to Raptors, but even though pings are going down, a 5,500 gold lead. Poby's going to try out this top wave, but I think you're going to have to need a lot more tools than that to catch G2.
Yeah, Hansama will guess. Well, actually, surely is popped.
But they're still here. Lebrov over the wall. Relech follows. Crescent Guard might be good. Hansama's going to die. Okay, Arcane Shift tries to get Paris on the way out, but he gets shut down. Realm Warp this time with an equalizer down. Tidal Wave catches two, but Poby still chasing up, but Relech just burns down with the Titanic Hydra. Tippers comes out again. The Ramadan Zezcap is doing work because the dive in onto Relech, onto Broken Blade. Still, they have to deal with caps. They go into this Ornn, but the mid laner, that's where the damage is coming from. Navi with a little bit here. Baron up in 15.
Yeah, and that may be just Navi able to take it now. G2 get completely caught out there, and it starts with Hansama. When SMD gets the wave mid, ends up getting the pressure now for the
teleport in though. Skumon has vision, understanding, knowledge. 6,000 though, getting chased down. Navi pull off the Baron. Skumon going to try and buy some time. He sends out the Aegis to solve with the roots. Incoming audacious charge, still can't finish him off. Here comes Major with the flash on him, but Skumon stands until he trades. The rest of Navi on the way in. Hansama though, the mystic shot up the mystic shot. Hansama shows Europe how to play this champion. Hansama, Arcane Shift in with Lebrov by his side, will not be stopped. A tidal wave to miss, an Arcane Shift again. Hansama will take 3, nay, almost 4. He's back to full HP. He executes Paris. He picks up the Quadra, and he reminds us all who the GOAT 80 carry is.
No one is getting away from Hansama this game. And with that, Broken Blade TPs to the mid lane and takes game 1 for G2.
Hansama better than D. Hansama Israel should be respected as Broken Blade slowly whittles down the turrets. And here comes the legend alongside Lebrov. G2 outhands Navi in the top lane, and game 1 will be dropping shortly after.
It was a bit of a slow burn to start things off. And very quickly it went off the rails for Navi. G2 find a couple of picks back.
Flicks back to the Ambassador though, and okay, going to try and rely on a little bit more setup because I guess with the Wukong they want a bit more follow-up engage. Yeah,
I think it does get a little bit tough though when you go full dive here because rotation on level 3, same with the Milio. Like you want to have the shields and the Cozy Campfire and also the kickback to try and stop some of those. But Skumon, yeah, this is very aggressive.
Hands on the poke here. Hansama's not going to start it off. Instead, he's waiting for Skumon. Polymorph comes out. The Pillar's out as well. Samdi flashes away. Gets the Brawl first blood. It's a trade. Skumon almost dead as Paris flashes as well. Aura's in for the kill. It's a botch. G2 dies.
Camp's gone.
Just sees him. I think will be enough here. Relech drops a ward on the way out. Angel walks up, gets plating in the meantime, or at least close to. And all is chilling for the time being, but Barry does come out. Hansama lethal tempo. Sam D has no summoners. He's dead in the 2v2. Now it doesn't feel...
We're sitting at 2 kills apiece with a sizable gold lead now for G2 already on Hansama. And a call picked up. I think a little invested, right? Yes, you get the ultimate, but all it took was a pillar to get things started, so very easy to rinse and repeat.
All out. Flashes, rather dodges, excuse me. Major gets flashed on. There it is, the summoner. He's running low, he needs to get the autos down, and the flash in response. Broken Blade gets the slow with the Tofo strikes. The flip back still connects, waiting for the path, make it true damage. Waits, gets it. Just auto down, he doesn't even need it. 2 grubs, 3 grubs taken. Skumon just went to his top side clear, he's going down, he says, screw it. Doesn't care about the grubs and just abandons it.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, the grubs are nice. If you can
win some damage. Thormail rush as well. Relech found a target. It's Caps in the mid lane. 1 versus 2. Shockwave's going to bring back only Relech, but he's looking for the second Cyclone flashes. Gets a knockup. Caps matches, but he gets bonked. The flash not again. You reckon? What's happening top?
Nah, he's just going to be
okay. The observers. There's a flick back all out. Maybe now he is. Hang on a minute. Broken Blade has pulled out the ult. He's waiting for the Pathmaker. Remember again, true damage. Oh, buffered flash, no. Oh. Shockwave almost connects. I think that public execution, it must have been the timer of the Unstoppable that did something there.
Yeah, I think it like connected with Broken Blade, so sends him behind right as BB dash. So just about able to escape, but is it enough?
You're gonna have to ask, waiting for the distance damage to come through. Mainter gets back, he's got the Eclipse, so he's got the shielding. He gets it in clutch, but command attack. A couple of clockwork wind-ups, the dive ain't clean. Broken Blade can't tank anymore. Caps comes in with no mana, and with the Drake Hounds, that Mainter gets out at the very least, but the turret has been abandoned.
Yeah,
and Besser, so Skewmon maybe has to be careful with Eclipse. There's a lot of damage. The dueling of Trundle can't be understated, though, with now with Trinity Force. LeBron is going to make this dive. Part 2. Mainter gets no relief, turns into a squirrel. But again, there could be a kill here. LeBron took a turret shot. Heal up, bait little lands. Wild growth for the knockup. What a ball of support. Mainter with no ulti, but he still wants to go on in, and Hansama's going to take him down. Meanwhile, Skewmon puts the pillar down onto Real Edge, who is circling, bonking. It's a trade kill. Hansama's okay. Paris run up, gets flashed on. Hansama wants another kill as Paris gets out of dodge, but with the Arclight of Ruin waiting for that to get Real Edge. He tags him down, but Sam D is going to trade. He runs in into Real Edge.
Obi has to run away from this top tower, and Orianna should be able to take it.
3 members of mid. NAVI going to get the push out first. It's all about the Herald transition for top side. Ignore Dragon Timer for another 2 minutes. NAVI hold control. It's G2 with the gold lead, but NAVI do feel like they're the ones that are making these aggressive plays and succeeding. And again, it's a Cassante with the gold lead, so it feels fake here. And starting up the Herald, no contest just yet.
No, I don't think G2 will. They got the top tower. They're getting presence on this bottom side as well with the Cassante push. There's 3 turret plates left. I don't think he can full take on this wave. I don't think it's a big enough.
It feels nice. Again, opening up the map when we're kind of talking
about... Give up this wave on bot lane, which may be the call by NAVI.
TP for mid is going to change the state, though. And now we're going to lose a little bit of objective. Broken Blade finds the target. It's Paris against the wall, and the true damage is in. Wild growth on 3. LeBron with the center, the flick back onto 2. The shockwave brings in Poby. G2 find the master stroke in a team fight. It has been stopped.
Yeah, just NAVI didn't know how to play the map state at all in that position. So you can see
G2 are setting up control themselves as Herald from Real Edge is going to come on down and get a charge right at the turret's door.
Yeah, so we'll be able to take the mid turret, should get bot turret as well with main turret. G2 are trying to trade it for pressure, make a play on towards this mid lane turret as NAVI go to defend.
Flash, pass maker into the wall, Poby's got nowhere to go. It's a shockwave, it's deletion. All out here trying to be buffered out. The public execution doesn't connect from Mainter. True damage, no. Flash dead. Mainter gets the kill on the Broken Blade. A 1-for-1 here in Skewmon. Now looks for the retreat path and was thinking about a play. The Brob gets tagged out. Polymorph is there. Hansama will not pull out the Transcendence. Broken Blade is dead at the cost of Poby.
Over aggressive though, because you end up getting the 1-for-1 trade, but G2 lose a huge wave to that bot lane turret because no one was matching. That was what Broken Blade was going back to pick up, but
Sandy? Yeah, he's in trouble. He's going to get flashed on. Hansama will take this with ease. He's got a Lulu by his side or a Skewmon, whatever.
Be that 5th man to cover Orianna in the side lane. They get caught, but never seen it again.
Again, Wild Growth. Look at that. Sandy gets sent to Narnia. That guy went up to Brov and gets him chunked down, which is nice, while Poby is dealing with top lane turret. He's got TP. He'll try and add pressure to the top lane out again. Meanwhile, Poby's actually cancelled by Broken Blade in the top lane, which is nice. Culling comes out. Lebrov going to dodge away from the majority. Roulette tries to fake it at half HP. Found out. There's a flash. Cyclone, Wild Growth, but he's got shielding. With barrier down, they're going to chase one more time. Sam D has the damage. It's a shutdown. Lebrov dead as well. They were cocky, and they got put in there.
Reset for Caps. Now TPing in. Needlessly large rod picked up. NAVI, though, can turn and burn on towards G2 if they overstep.
Go to the mid lane, the go to Europe is going to try. He's got flash available, as you said, but extra damage. Ball goes out into the river, 3 versus 5. Relech is the only one low here. Pillar out, Clone to get away. Baron becomes a danger. Broken Blade jumps on in. Chaos Storm in. Skewmon flashes. Shockwave's only one man. The flip back. Broken Blade takes Poby with him. True damage comes in, but he's isolated. He's dead. Now Caps looks for a new target. Once again, Shockwave is down as G2 look for the chase. It'll be on to Sam D's. Hansama has to respawn. Sam D gets hit mid-air. And G2 pick up a kill. It's a 1-for-1 as in this brush, G2 will find some fun. Spotted out, running in. It's a Wild Growth. Skewmon was the bait delivery. And now G2 will flip the script to start the Baron themselves.
The 3-man from G2, but all the time they needed. They managed to hold for just long enough. One will fall, but the others will thrive. And Baron will coat their hands in orange-purple glory.
I mean, look, it'd be orange right now if it was for NAVI.
Hansama back out onto the map. and can actually look to contest it. And once Sam D goes down, it's a very difficult story. I think at this stage for NAVI, I would have just completed the resets.
Yeah,
but they think they can kill Skewmond, and you still have Relech up, which means that then maybe you can try and steal the Baron, and that's enough to like deter any sort of follow-up. But that wall growth was clutch.
Yeah, Polymorph as well. I mean, Lebrov, 0-3 and 11 out of 13. Poby caught out. We come back to live, and Skewmond's got him right where he wants him. Easy kill for Caps. Don't forget his Orianna.
Sam Dean hope that they can find some sort of big fight. But for G2, like, unless you do see some sort of over.
That's 25 to go. Main's going to defend here. He's got a GA now as his third item. Inner turret will go down. G2 looking to get a fast push on an inhibitor turret with the last 2 waves of this buff. Main's are chunked. Hunsummer steps up.
Ledge
Vin's doing a lot of work.
Though.
As you said, the Cyclone could be huge here. Onto the back line of Lebrov. There's the flash. It's denied! A wild growth. And jumping in, Mainta is disarmed. He's got no hands anymore. As G2 is sending in Skewmond, he wasn't even part of the play. Mainta was isolated, left alone. And Lebrov has blocked another play. NAVI on death's door of the series. G2 will run into the base, and Relech now, even with the Cyclone available, thinking double about how he's going to approach.
I think he's seen double after G2 clap back there. Relech threatening, but it's more of a bluff. G2 crack open the base. They will fall back towards the Dragon and claim a third, and then start to threaten more of these outer towers. Relech, he gets at least something there, but still G2 happy out.
Waiting for the bait because they know that Relech has to check for the Dragon. As he lenses there, Skewmond puts the pillar down, and with Subjugate as well, in a lot of trouble is this man. Slowed down by Hunsummer. The engage in, but the Polymorph again. I cannot say Dragon, but it'll enable that reset, as you say, to slowly move out towards that Baron buff as well. 4 items on Hunsummer. Dragon Soul point if G2 need to get there. Hunsummer, it hurts a lot here with an almost full build, Yunara.
There is a monkey pretending to be a creep walking down mid lane, but will be able to cut off the wave. I don't think it'll do too much, though,
it's
as G2 would just continue to keep pushing it.
It is Broken Blade. Now, he's level 18. They want to make the play. Okay, Unstoppable, Pathmaker, exhaust on him. He's going to Pathmaker back out again. Natova gets the slow. They're going to pull out the Whirlwind Monkey Spin. Shut down with the culling. G2 didn't get too much in top lane, so it's not the worst play to slow down the game.
Especially with Baron just about to spawn, no top laner available. Cyclone being down alongside Culling does make NAVI a little bit weaker, but still, this is NAVI's best chance to try and get that Baron.
No Cyclone, what are they going to do about engage? G2 are in fog of war, Lens comes out, Hunsummer found Poby, he walked into that. Unstoppable indeed. The Chaos Storm comes on down as Wild Growth already been used. Public Execution is good. Hunsummer flashes away though, and now kites it out. Breath of Life, not bad. He went into melee. He gets traded off. Hunsummer's dead. Lebrov now dead to Sam D. An opportunity for NAVI, but Skewmond and Caps remain alive. As they no smite contest. G2, after all said and done, despite a equal last fight, have picked up the Baron again. Skewmond is solo mid lane right now, but Broken Blade, he'll be able to move into this top side waves. Pillar's out, trying to bait in Relech, who is needed here as part of the last defense of NAVI in this game. Public Execution, and the other one's going to go into GA. That was the last little engage here. Hunsummer at half HP, maybe an opportunity still for NAVI. He's in a bad spot against War. Main's going to finish it off. All out use. Broken Blade now left versus 3. Pathmaker going to be dodged by Mainz. And meanwhile, Relech gets the back line. Cap's still alive though. In the clone, he gets back to his team, and Broken Blade is squishy and dead. The defense works out. Clutch from Mainz out of the GA. They're going to start it off.
G2 trying to get into position. Broken Blade still dead, has to TP in. So now G2 trying to force NAVI back. Dragon not taking main turn.
Blast card, it's bad! Sandy, I believe, clicked the button and he just sent him to his death. Now he's poked out. Hunsummer exhausted, but dead as well. The chase down the mistake here. The Wild Growth, beautiful. Hunsummer getting low, but not low enough. He darts around the fight after he transcends. And G2 put NAVI away in the coffin.
One little misclick ends this game where NAVI had a chance. And just like that, it's a clean ace. Heartbreak in the end of that one.
You're not top 4 till you beat G2. Never doubt them. They always make playoffs. And they're always a monster at the end of the regular